Hiya, John Mansell, exboozehound. Hope you're well. The title of this vlog, on losing my mind, may seem a little bit on the dramatic side. The reason I'm doing a vlog called I'm Losing My Mind is over the last week or so, weirdly, I've had a couple of conversations with people who have both used the phrase I'm losing my mind, and at the same time, in the same conversations, they've both said also, I feel like I'm going mad. And I thought this was an interesting thing, and it reminded me of something that I wrote in my book, John Mansell, aka exboozehound, A to Z Guide of Navigating Mental Illness, Addiction and Associated Issues. It's available on Amazon. If you just type in exboozehound, it should give you the options. You can anyway. Right at the start, I said it was dramatic. I'm losing my mind, and sometimes it can be perceived that people with mental health issues or other issues can over dramatise what's going on or what they're feeling. But then I thought about that as well. It was my plan this week to do lots of admin stuff and catch up with my emails and lots of stuff like that, and follow on from some conversations I've been having a week or so ago. And what I've tried to do most of the weekend is relax and rest and try to stay out of my mind. And when I woke up this morning, the plans were to do that, but with the phrase I'm losing my mind, I understand that fully. At the moment, it's part of the dance of mental health issues, part of the game we play. One of the many things that can happen with a mixed up mind is total lack of concentration, total loss of control of thoughts. 1 minute can have a positive thought, next minute can be a negative thought. When I'm a little bit like this, I'll spend so much time on my phone just googling different things and things that pop into my mind, and that for me is a sort of a basic explanation for what people talk about losing their mind and talking about, madness and going mad, because there's no way of controlling those thoughts, and it does feel like you're losing your mind, and again, whether it's voices or whatever in there, the negativity, the intrusive thoughts, all that sort of stuff, it just puts you completely off kilter, and it's hard. And so I plan to do that this morning. Now, because my mind is lost at the moment, I've had to delay it, and in order to delay it, what I've done this morning or today is I've done a couple of hours of gardening. And I've said many times before that mental illness and physical illness are the same thing. It's all part of an illness, whatever it is. And being dramatic about saying I'm losing my mind or going mad, I'm going to be dramatic about something else here. I've done some gardening, done some digging, and I've got a weakness in my back. I can already feel that my back is uncomfortable. And it brings to mind, I know I've said this many times, my back is killing me. And of course it's not killing you, but it's a phrase, isn't it? So we're over dramatic when it comes to any illness or any issue that comes to our mind. You know, and I won't, if I wake up with a bad back tomorrow, I'm not going to be thinking, oh, that's it, you know, I've got a bad back, I'm never going to be able to stand up straight again. Because you rationalise a physical illness, you don't rationalise a mental imbalance. So quite often I've heard people use the phrase, I'm losing my mind and I'm going mad. And so what I decided I was going to do is read the A to Z guide thing I did. It's the M entry is M for madness, and I thought I'd read this out and see whether the reason I'm doing this vlog is and I'm going to use the title I'm losing my mind because I've heard so many people say it. I'm hoping that along the line today or in the future, when people are looking through the list of my vlogs, if they see the phrase I'm losing my mind, if they've said it or felt it before, they may look at this vlog and it may help them. So I'm just going to read what I wrote about M for madness in my A to Z guide. Those of you who have known me for a while will probably have expected M to be mentalist, but we'll come back another time to that one on the next M. M for madness, I think, is important, and that's why I've made it my first M. Yes, madness is a very politically incorrect word. I still use it all the time, and much worse politically incorrect words and phrases. Because they are only words, and often the politically incorrect words sum things up much better. It's an important word to look at a bit closely. Many of you, or maybe all of you, will have thought yourself to be mad, or perhaps mad as a bucket of frogs. Again, not a very politically correct saying. Maybe some of you are mad. But even if you are mad, it's still possible to live your life and enjoy life rather than just existing and going from one mad episode to another. The reason I believe madness is such an important word to look at is it's very often a go-to answer to questions like, how are you feeling right now? Answer, I feel like I'm going mad. Or everything in the world seems mad to me. Or many other answers, including the often go-to words to describe mental illness, addiction and associated issues, mad or madness. Also, when you are sitting there and you are struggling to concentrate, you don't want to go anywhere, you don't want to see anyone, you can't answer the phone, you can't phone anybody for help, you haven't seen or spoken to another person for 3 days, you can't be bothered to eat, and all you want to do is drink, take drugs, prescribed or not, self-harm, plan how you are going to take your own life, etc., etc., to stop the unexplainable voices, demons, intrusive thoughts, absolute hatred for yourself and the life you live, total pointlessness of life going from one episode to the next, just existing in between. How else can you explain this other than madness? You can even look in the dictionary for the word madness, and it's stated as a noun, the state of having a serious mental illness. So it's not politically correct. But, so even if the words mad and madness are politically incorrect, having a mental illness is defined in the dictionary by using these words. I've spoken to many people who have told me and insisted me that they are mad, and 9 times out of 10 they're not mad, they're just muddled and need some help to unravel their perceived madness. They've been struggling with what's going on in their noggins without speaking to anybody about it for so long that nothing seems to make any sense anymore. Therefore, I'm mad, I'm going mad, starts to bounce around your noggin. And if you do nothing about it, inevitably it just continues to get worse and more real. When things get out of hand for me, my demons still to this day enjoy telling me, you're mad, and this time the madness is going to consume you and destroy you. I have to be honest and tell you sometimes I believe the demons, But because of the hard work I've put into my recovery for years, these days I don't believe them for very long. Sometimes I fight back straight away, and other times I have to give in to them, knowing they're wrong, and get some rest to recharge the batteries to keep fighting back against the sneaky little demon bastards. If you think you're mad, don't allow that thought to fester and get out of control. Get some help. Talk to someone and go and see your GP. Find out if you have a self-referral mental health service in your area. Whatever you do, do something. Doing nothing means things will only get worse. I've spoken with many people who have told me, you can't help me, I'm mad. And very quickly, and usually relatively easily, we can start to unpick whatever it is that makes them believe they are mad as a bucket of frogs. So talk to someone, be open and honest with whoever you can. Perceived madness can easily get out of hand, and once it is out of hand, it will be a lot harder to come back from. If you're reading this with the belief that you are mad, do something about it now, and things will start to get better. Not overnight, but bit by bit you will come to accept you are not mad, you just need help with your illness. It's so tough when you have no control over your thoughts. You do feel like you're losing your mind. You do feel like you're going mad. But I've seen this morning someone talking about them relapsing again and going back into crisis and maybe back into hospital. One of the reasons that I managed to stay away from crisis in the majority of times is the work that I've done to understand myself. And I don't overdo things. If I'm tired, I step back and I rest, because I know tiredness is my enemy. And the things that I need to do, I feel I need to do, they get once you can't do it for a few days, they build and build and build, and they get into a big list of stuff that you feel like you can't do. Makes you feel useless, makes you feel, less than normal. But that's part of the game, that's part of the illness, the lack of concentration. And I managed to stay away from crisis by not trying to control those thoughts, but trying to manage them. Like today, I really, really wanted to get some stuff done. But I'm realistic. It wasn't going to happen. I wasn't going to be able to concentrate long enough to do these things that I want to do. So I stepped back. I went and did something physical. I've tired myself out. I've done a bit of gardening. I'm going to get something to eat now, and then, have a chill out. You have to be realistic. And if you are able to be realistic and build your own resilience to these things by understanding yourself better, then you've got a better chance of staying away from crisis. This, where I am at the moment, isn't very pleasant. It's confusing. It's hard work. It's tiring, but it's not crisis. I'm not losing. I'm not getting psychotic. So if you ever feel to yourself, I'm losing my mind, or I'm going mad, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a natural thing, part of mental illness or mental well-being or whatever. The lack of concentration and the ability to control your thoughts is part of the world that we live in, and all you need to do in order to continue to stay away from crisis is to take a step back, take it for what it is, accept it for what it is, and take things steady. You've just had a little clip of me wearing this. Anyway, look, I'm wearing a really, really crappy short sleeve top that I've been doing the gardening. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. If you feel like you're losing your mind, if you feel like you're going mad, there's no big surprise in that. That's part of this world. That's part of mental health issues, lack of concentration, able to control what you're thinking, when you're thinking. It's part of life. Chances are you're not going mad. Chances are you're not losing your mind. You're just in a bit of a muddle, and you need to speak to somebody, or you need to take a step back and reassess. Build that resilience, build that understanding of you and your illness. And if you're able to step back and try to manage things rather than trying to control things, then you've got a much stronger chance of staying away from crisis. I say it's the book I've just read from is called The A to Z Guide of Navigating Mental Illness, Addiction and Associated Issues. It's available on Amazon. If you type in exboozehound, you'll see it. I was going to try and keep this vlog short, but I've obviously, because I'm not controlling or managing my thoughts, I've repeated things again and again and again, and that's just part of it, you know. I'm going to do one now. I'm going to use my motto: enjoy the good and ride out the bad, you know. And I'll catch you all soon. I hope, just keep going, never give up. See you later. Bye bye.